Hey guys, and welcome back to another video from Ash and M Animal Adventurers. So today I'm going to talk to you about how to build the nest box that I have for Darwin and Bindi and all the babies. So that nest box was a very simple design. Actually, before I do that, I should probably give you guys an update on the babies. So, I'm actually joined today by little Valentine. So look at that little cutie. So she is developing very nicely. As you can see, she's got some tail feathers. I think she's actually going to be a green and yellow parakeet. So she's getting all kind. I keep saying she, so she's actually, we're not sure what gender she is. But anyways, so that's an update on Valentine. Anyways, let's get back to the main business of this video, which is how to build one of those nest boxes that I have for these guys. Obviously, they like it. So here is some of the basic equipment you will need to build this nest box right here. So, some of the basic equipment you'll need is a skill saw, a screwdriver, and a hand screwdriver, that generally works. A lot of you may not have the actual screw gun like I used, but it makes the process go a lot faster. You will need some hardware, including some interesting, unique, they're kind of hard to find bits that actually you can use them to build bird perches for your parakeets, which is adorable. I make all kinds of bird perches with these little guys. So you'll need some of these specialty screws. It's a wood screw on one side and a machine screw on the other, so that you can actually put washers on there and a wing nut to tighten it down, which is two more things you'll need: a washer and wing nuts. So you'll need those to fasten the nest box to the side of the cage. You will also need is a tape measure and a Sharpie to make sure you measure correctly and everything on there. And a box. I'm forgetting the box. I can't believe it. And you'll need a box to actually use. So the box that I use, as you can see here, is just a box from a local craft store. A lot of times, a lot of various local craft stores sell them. We have several craft stores around here, as well as some of the big grocery stores will occasionally have them too for like small crafts. Yes, Bindi, I can hear you. So this one only cost me right around $7. They vary in price, obviously, store to store, but this cost me around $7, plus the hardware, which is only cost me about $5 for all this hardware. So in total, this cost me under 20 bucks for the whole thing. Now, I wouldn't recommend painting these because these are bird nest boxes. They will be chewing on the inside a little bit, and it's a soft pine, so it'll soak in the paint and they might chew into it. So don't paint this nest box. This build is a box designed to go on the outside of the cage. Unlike a lot of bird boxes that you will find at local pet stores and online will be ones that you actually put in with your bird, I prefer this design because it goes on the outside and it actually gives your birds more room in total, so it's not taking up their inside their cage area, so that they still have room to play and fly around in. And that's why I prefer the outside design like this. Plus, it makes it really easy to check on the babies. As you saw in some of my other videos, you can just unlock the latch, open it up, look inside, there's the babies. So this is a great design for that aspect as well. Now, let's get to the actual building of this nest box. So I already went through all the equipment you will need. So how do you actually do it? Well, let me show you. That's why you're here. So the first thing you do when you have a box like this is you figure out, okay, which side do you want on the actual cage? Like, I want to put this on the hinges on the opposite side of the hole that you have, just like I said a minute ago. So once you have that side picked out, you can start to make the hole. The hole, you want it right around, I did 2.5 inches, because as you can see in my old nest box, she really chewed into it, making the hole wider. So With her current one that she is using, it's about a 2.5-inch hole, which is a lot. It's actually quite large. Some people will recommend a smaller hole, but I think the slightly larger hole prevents chewing a little bit better. So once you have that figured out, you can start drilling the hole. So you measure a 2.5-inch across hole, or circle anyways. I actually used the base of a spray paint can. You can also use the base of some of those plastic Solo cups, is right around the right diameter. So you can do that and just kind of place the hole on one side of the box. It doesn't really, the height doesn't matter quite as much. I'd put it off the bottom a little bit so that if you put any sort of bedding in there, it kind of holds it and it doesn't fall out. It also gives you, I know, these guys are crazy, right? They don't like me filming. It's crazy. Anyways, where was I? So the hole, I like to put it up a little bit so I can actually put a perch in there if I wanted. They don't seem to really need it, but they do enjoy it sometimes. So once you have that, you actually need to draw the circle, pre-drill a hole in the box so that you can actually fit your skill saw or other saw in there to cut the hole. So after you've cut the hole, that's all done. The next step is to move the pin, the little latch that's on the box. So I actually move that to the front so that it gives easy access, so you can actually flip the latch up, lock it when you're not when you're not checking on the babies, and then you can unlock it, open the box, and you can see inside very easily. It's very easy to clean because of that too, which is a big thing. You want to keep your babies nice and clean because sometimes it does get a little messy in there. The parents usually keep it from getting messy, but sometimes it does get a little messy. So after that, you take your screwdriver, remove the screws, make sure you don't lose any of these because they are very tiny screws, and I believe they are brass or some other non-magnetic metal, because I actually had a magnetic tipped screwdriver, and wouldn't you know it, I dropped one because I thought they'd be magnetic, and it's gone forever into the void. The house gremlins got it. So the final step in making one of these nest boxes is what you do is you pick the side with the hole on it, pre-drill a couple of holes. As long as they fit on the cage wire spacing, they should be fine. And then you can put in the two-sided screws that I was talking about earlier, the ones with a wood screw on one side. Oh my goodness, they're loud today, they're crazy. Wild stuff. Anyway, so you put the wood side into the box just like you would when making a bird perch. Let me know in the comments if you want me to do a DIY bird perch video, including a lot of different safe wood to use, because there is safe and not safe wood to use in with your birds. Anyways, so you put the wood screw side into the nest box. I use this little nut on the end that actually has a cap over it to make it really easy to screw in there. And then you undo the top there, put both of those in, and you're done. You just need to put it on the cage now. You just put washer on both sides of the wire. You put the screw through the cage wires anyways, and then you put a washer on both sides and tighten the wing nut down, open the little cage door, and your parakeet has access to a new nest box. I'll wait till after they're done. They're noisy today, I tell you. I don't know what's gotten into them. I think it's because I didn't give them their treats today. I think that's what it is. They're hankering for some lettuce. Anyways, so this nest box design works best for cages with those little cage doors on the sides or up higher on the front. Generally, I've used this on most of the cages that I've had. They've always went in them. They've always went in there, explored, chewed around, and they work fantastic. So I hope these work for you. I actually have another video coming out soon on making that little, if you watch my videos, if you follow them, I have a little wooden box in with my king snake skull that is a little hide. I actually did a DIY snake hide out of a similar box, similar design to this, but it's a lot easier, let me tell you. So that video will be coming out soon. stay tuned. And I'll be, stay tuned. Watch more of my videos, like and subscribe.